Welcome to this training session on AI data center design. Today we'll explore why traditional network designs fall short for modern AI workloads and how rail-optimized topologies provide the high-performance communication required for large-scale model training. Let's get started. To understand rail optimization, we must first understand the problem. Traditional data centers handle many small random traffic flows efficiently. However, AI workloads like large language model training are distinct. They generate elephant flows, massive bursts of data exchanged between GPUs. In a standard network, these large flows can collide, causing congestion and high latency. In AI training, the entire job is only as fast as the slowest node, so this tail latency directly delays job completion time. We need a network design built specifically for these demands. Here, we visualize the core difference. On the left, traditional workloads distribute evenly across a standard network. On the right, AI workloads send massive chunks of data elephant flows. Without optimization, these flows create bottlenecks, leading to high latency and slower training times. The goal of our new topology is to eliminate this bottleneck. The solution is rail-optimized topology. Instead of a single messy mesh, we restructure the network into parallel, high-bandwidth data paths called rails. In a multi-GPU system, like an NVIDIA DGX, we have multiple network interface cards, or NIICs. A rail-optimized design ensures that traffic from a specific GPU, say GPU1, travels on a dedicated network plane to reach GPU1 on another node. This isolation prevents traffic from different GPUs from interfering with each other and reduces the number of switches the data must traverse. This diagram illustrates the concept simply. Notice how GPU1 in node A connects to NIC1, which connects to a dedicated switch 1. This is rail 1. It connects directly to GPU1 in node B. Simultaneously, GPU2 uses a completely separate path, rail 2. They do not compete for bandwidth on the same switch, ensuring clear, fast communication paths for parallel processing. Let's look at the implementation details. In a standard DGX Super POD deployment, we have 8 compute HCAs per system. To optimize this, we build 8 distinct network planes. The first HCA from every system connects to the first plane's leaf switches. The second HCA connects to the second plane, and so on. This structure is critical for collective operations like all reduce, where every GPU needs to share data with every other corresponding GPU. By keeping them on the same rail, we optimize this heavy communication pattern. Here you see the physical separation. HCA1 from both node 1 and node 2 connects only to leaf switch 1, forming the first rail in pink. HCA2 from both nodes connects only to leaf switch 2, forming the second rail in blue. This pattern repeats for all 8 planes, ensuring that heavy traffic on one rail never impacts the performance of another. To scale beyond a single rack, we use a factory topology. We group nodes into scalable units, or SUs. For example, a DGX superpod might consist of SUs with 32 nodes each. To connect these units, leaf switches connect up to a layer of spine switches. This factory design ensures that the bandwidth available moving up the tree equals the bandwidth moving down, preventing bottlenecks even as the cluster grows to hundreds of nodes. We maintain the rail optimization even at the spine level. This diagram shows the hierarchy. Leaf groups at the bottom connect up to multiple spine groups. These spines then connect to core switches. This mesh ensures that if a node in leaf group 1 needs to talk to leaf group 2, there are multiple non-blocking paths available, maintaining high throughput across the entire data center. Hardware is only half the story. The NVIDIA Collective Communication Library, or NCCL, is software designed to exploit this topology. It builds virtual rings or trees along these rails to move data efficiently. Furthermore, technologies like PXN allow a GPU to access a NIC attached to a different GPU via NVLink if necessary. We also use SHARP Scalable Hierarchical Aggregation and Reduction Protocol. SHARP offloads calculations directly to the switches, reducing the data traffic that needs to traverse the rails, effectively doubling bandwidth for reductions. This flow shows the software optimization. Compute happens on the GPU. NCCL uses PXN to find the best path to a NIC, even if it's not local. The data enters the network, where switches equipped with SHARP can process data aggregation in flight, the hexagon, reducing the volume of traffic that must arrive at the destination. This synergy of hardware and software is crucial. You have 2 primary networking choices. InfiniBand, powered by NVIDIA Quantum 2 switches, is the gold standard for dedicated AI factories due to its native ultra-low latency and in-network computing capabilities. However, modern AI clouds often prefer Ethernet. The NVIDIA Spectrum-X platform adapts Ethernet for AI by adding extensions for RDMA over Converged Ethernet, ROCE, adaptive routing, and noise isolation, bringing InfiniBand-like performance to standard Ethernet infrastructure. This decision tree helps you choose. For pure maximum performance AI factories, the path leads to InfiniBand with native RDMA and SHARP. For multi-tenant AI clouds, where Ethernet compatibility is key, the path leads to Spectrum-X, which layers performance features like ROCE and adaptive routing on top of standard Ethernet. A rail-optimized design is useless if cabled incorrectly. If a cable crosses rails inadvertently, performance degrades significantly. We use the tool IBDiagnet with the rail_validation flag to automatically verify cabling. It checks that all nodes connected to a specific leaf switch are using the correct matching HCA identified by PCIe address. It produces a report file, ibdiagnet.rails, identifying any miscabled links so you can fix them before running workloads. In this sequence, the administrator initiates the validation command. The tool scans the physical fabric topology. It then internally compares the connectivity data against the Rail-optimized rules, specifically checking PCIe addresses. Finally, it outputs a specific report file to the admin, highlighting any errors that need physical correction. To summarize, AI data centers require a fundamental shift from traditional networking. By implementing a Rail-optimized topology, you create parallel highways for data, preventing the traffic jams typical of standard networks. Combining this with scalable factory architectures and validating it strictly with tools like ibdiagnet ensures your expensive GPU resources spend their time training models, not waiting for data. What have we learned? That topology is as critical as compute power. This final visual recaps our journey. High-performance AI relies on Rail optimization. This consists of parallel network planes and factory scaling. Together, these lead to maximized throughput, which ultimately results in the business goal: faster AI training. Thank you for watching.